Over the years, several Minecraft spin-offs have been made, but are they any good? Today I'm going to answer that by playing all of them and ranking them in a tier list, to find out which is the best one. Starting with Minecraft Dungeons, a dungeon crawler game where you explore these dungeons, collect loot and fight mobs. Upon starting, I learned of this illager, who was
shunned by his kin,
so he sought a new home, but all he found
was hatred.
This led him to find
The Orb of Dominance.
which corrupted him, and
Driven by vengeance, the Arch-Illager made all bow before him.
and if they didn't, well, you get the point. So it's our job to fight back. First off, I found that,
The village is burning.
and my first objective was to go there. This first level was mostly a tutorial, teaching me how to fight, how to enchant my weapons. This one summons a poison cloud where I shoot my bow, and how to equip and use artifacts like this firework rocket. But at the end of the level, I was
Too late to rescue the villagers.
So in the next level, Creeper Woods, I found a villager and set him free. Then I searched for this caravan that the illagers were apparently using to transport labouring villagers. After finding it, I fought off all the illagers and went round freeing each villager one by one. And thanks to me,
These villagers are free from the clasp of the Illagers.
after this I learned that some wicked witches in Soggy Swamp were making potions to empower the Arch-Illager. So I found and destroyed these brews. And eventually I came across the corrupted cauldron. So I fought off the purple slimes it was spitting out along with the mobs spawning while whittling down the cauldron's health. It was close, but I ended up dying and killing it at the same time. Luckily though, you get 3 lives in each dungeon, so I was able to escape the swamp. Now that
The Arch-Illager's potion supply is no more.
not too much happened in the next one, I just had to find a desert temple somewhere in Cacti Canyon. After finding it, the next level was the temple, and in it I was looking for a necromancer who wields a staff that is able to summon the undead, and all I knew was that,
We must destroy it.
so I searched around and eventually I came across the Nameless One. It took a while of whittling him down while fighting off the skeletons he was spawning, but eventually I managed to finish him off. And he dropped the best weapon I had found so far. It was a powerful glaive with a lot of reach that also summons poison clouds. The Arch-Illager stands no chance now. In Pumpkin Pastures, I just found this village and warned them of the battle to come. In Redstone Mines, the Illagers were apparently building something dreadful. I don't know what it was though, maybe this redstone golem, but he got cooked, so I don't know. What they were really doing was building machines in the fiery forge. And my job was to,
Raise this forge to ruins.
so I did just that. I went through and destroyed everything. Then I discovered the machine they were making was the redstone monstrosity. I fought it, trying to bring it into the right path so that I could activate these pillars, shooting fire at him. This last pillar got him low, and then it took one final shot and he was dead. Then I got out of there. Next was High Block Castle. I had made it to,
The abhorrent abode of the Arch-Illager.
and now it was time to.
Confront the Arch-Illager.
It was a long search through these halls, defeating many Illagers along the way, and eventually I made it to where I confronted the Arch-Illager. He summoned wave after wave of powerful guards and other mobs. Eventually I cleared them all out, and it was time to pursue the Arch-Illager.
Press on, hero. You mustn't let him get away.
Now it's time for the last dungeon.
The Arch-Illager fled to the ramparts of High Block Castle, but he can't have gotten far. Make haste and fight your way through to the highest tower. The Arch-Illager and his reign of terror ends tonight.
So, it's time to fight my way there, and as I do so, I'm gonna tell you about what I'm bringing to the fight. First, the Venom Glaive that I said about earlier. Does good damage, has mad reach and spawns poison clouds. Thief Armor, good protection and boosts my attack speed by 25%. Power Bow, does good damage already, also has stronger charge shots. And then my 3 artifacts. A quiver of 3 arrows that shoot through walls and push back enemies. An amulet that heals you a decent amount, these 2 require souls that you get from mobs. And finally, the trusty firework that causes an explosion where you shoot it. And now I'm here, ready for the final fight. Down came the Arch-Illager. He started spawning Illagers and shooting purple blocks at me. I fought off the Illagers and started shooting him with my bow. I dodged the purple things while continuing to shoot him, and he was taking a lot of damage. It seemed way too easy, but after a few more shots he turned into the heart of Ender. I knew it couldn't have been that easy, but I kept shooting as he spewed purple explosives at me. Then he started shooting these rotating lasers. I accidentally rolled into the beam for a second and took massive damage. It was okay though, because I drank my healing potion and continued to shoot. He shot more lasers from all different angles and spewed out more explosives. Now he was spamming all his different attacks, so I tried my best to dodge them while attacking as much as I could. He didn't have much health left now, and I was able to spam my bow a couple of times, and now he was one shot, and I rushed in for the kill. I followed this Ender trail and walked up to the Arch Illager. The Orb of Dominance was destroyed and
The Arch Illager, the enemy of the villagers, was defeated.
then he was quaking in his boots and he thought I was going to finish him off. But you know I'm nice like that. This was a very good game in my opinion. The combat is fun and easy to learn. I enjoyed the story and I liked that you could get a lot of different types of weapons and armour. A tier. Next up is Minecraft Story Mode, a point and click adventure game where your choices affect what happens in the story. I started by picking my character and then I learned about the Order of the Stone, a group of 4 heroes. Gabriel the Warrior, Ellegaard the Redstone Genius, Magnus the Explosives Expert, and Soren the Architect, also the leader of the Order of the Stone. These 4 friends went on a dangerous journey to slay the Ender Dragon, and became heroes for it. But when one story ends, another one begins. I met my 3 friends, Olivia, Ruben my pet pig, and this clown Axel. Look at what you did to Ruben, bro. Anyway, we all made our way to Endercon, a building competition where we built this creeper with fireworks coming out the top. This guy Aiden was crashing out and tried to sabotage us, and it lit Ruben's costume on fire and he ran off. I told Axel and Olivia to save the build while I rescued Ruben. I found him, but then we got in a bit of a pinch and I told him to run back to town. Then I was getting cooked by these spiders, but Petra stepped in to save me. On our way back through the cave, Petra showed me her wither skull. Once we made it back, Ruben wasn't there, but they said we won the building competition. Well, I can't even see it. Then Petra sold her wither skull to this strange guy for a diamond, but he gave her lapis instead. I met this guy Lucas and I tried searching for this mysterious guy that ran off. It took us to his secret lair. Axel stole his fancy potion and we found the blocks to summon a wither, except there was a command block in the middle for some reason. Then the mysterious man walked in, his name's Ivor, and he summoned an iron golem on us. We got out of there and found Gabriel talking on stage. We tried to get him to help, but bro wouldn't listen and Ivor summoned a strange wither. And it started pulling in blocks and attaching them to itself. The potion we stole earlier was apparently a special potion that could take down the wither. It wouldn't listen to him like he thought, so he used his potion that was fake because we stole the real one. We threw the real one, but it didn't work either, and Ivor legged it. We took off as well, and this thing was huge now and had tractor beams that were pulling people in. We ran and found a nether portal, but we needed to save Gabriel. He gave me his amulet and told me to seek out the other members of the Order of the Stone. Then him and Petra got sucked up by the beams. I helped Gabriel since I thought he'd be useful, but before we could save Petra, we got smacked through the portal. Before we could do anything, Ivor came through and then the portal was destroyed by the wither. He told us about a minecart track that we should use, and then he drank an invisibility potion and disappeared. We took the minecarts and found a portal. We went through and built a tree house to survive the night. In the morning, we found a temple with the same symbol as the amulet. We went in and we put the amulet on a pedestal which revealed the locations of Magnus and Ellegaard, 2 of the members of the Order of the Stone. And I had to choose which one to go to and recruit for assistance. I chose Ellegaard, because let's be real, she's good at redstone, Magnus is just some mental guy with bombs, like come on. And the Witherstorm was on our tail. So me and Olivia hopped on the minecarts and pulled up at Redstonia. She locked herself in her base and we couldn't get in to see her, so we stole some redstone and opened the door back up. Then we went in and found Ellegaard. It took a bit of convincing, but we got her to join us, and once the Witherstorm pulled up, we got out of there. We returned to the temple and Gabriel was there. Luckily he was okay, but he said that Petra didn't make it. and Axel went and got Magnus himself while we were gone. We came up with a plan to search for Soren, the last member of the Order of the Stone, because he apparently had some super TNT that we could use against the Witherstorm. We put the amulet back up, and now it revealed where Soren was, as well as Ivor for some reason, and he was going to Soren as well. We made it to the Order of the Stone Temple. We searched for Soren and came across Ivor instead. We fought him, but he splashed us with slowness and managed to get away. The part of the amulet that was tracking Soren lit up and was glowing more next to a specific spot on the ground. So we dug a hole there and went in. Walking through the tunnel, we ended up inside a mob farm that was killing different mobs for their loot, and I dropped the amulet. We retrieved it, then we fell, but I pulled this move, which meant we didn't get crushed, but we all fell into the water, and got sucked into different tubes. We ended up down in the room where all the loot was collected, and we found an end portal and decided to go through to look for Soren since his light disappeared off the amulet. Once we were in the end, we climbed up this big staircase and ended up in this fake room. We opened a secret door, and after some more searching, we ended up in this room that had different recordings of Soren's voice playing. We played all the different recordings and learned that Soren was trying to teach Enderman to build something. We saw an Enderman disguise next to an empty armor stand, so we assumed that Soren had the other suit and that he was out with the Enderman. So I put the other one on and went out looking for him. I accidentally angered the Enderman and
I am sorry about this, but it has to look real.
So we found Soren, but he didn't want to help us. But after talking to him for a while, he was convinced and we got out of the end. The Endermen were after us because I made them mad earlier, so we had to flood the end with water to escape. But after getting out, we got some gunpowder as well as the super TNT from Soren's place. He said we could make a formidable, but that it explodes soon after you craft it, so we'd need to do it later. We got out and the Witherstorm was close. Ellegaard and Magnus offered me their armor since I was going to be the one attacking the Witherstorm with the formidable. Ellegaard was always helping us out, so I chose her armor and we rushed towards the Witherstorm. I put a crafting table down, but I started getting pulled up by one of the beams. But I floated around and grabbed all of the things, but just then Ellegaard got smacked. I crafted the bomb mid-air and let the Wither pull it in. And just like that, we defeated it. Ellegaard kicked the bucket, but we went to the Wither to start helping people. But for some reason the command block was still there and it started pulling me in. Petra came out of nowhere and pulled me out, but the Witherstorm came back to life. And then it turned into 3 Witherstorms.
Petra, let's go!
Who's Petra?
We took the confused Petra and made it to a little hideout while we made a plan. I found Soren talking to Ivor, who just showed up, and he said that the Wither was following the amulet. He also said that he had an enchanted book at his secret base that if put on a weapon, it would be able to destroy the command block. Axel took the amulet to keep the Withers off of us, and we started travelling to the Farlands, which is at the edge of the world, and that was where Ivor's base was. After a long journey, we arrived at the Farlands, and went into his base. There was a maze there, and after getting through it, we saw a house across the void. We repaired a flying machine and went across the void to Ivor's house. Inside, we opened a secret door and found a room with all of the Order of the Stone's treasures. Soren told me about how they got them all, and I arranged them in the order that they got them in on these hoppers, which opened the next door. In the next room, Soren told me about their fight with the Ender Dragon, where Soren realised
That it was drawing strength from the Ender crystals, and that the crystals had to be destroyed.
So he shot the first one with his bow, the second he destroyed by getting launched by Magnus's TNT, Ellegaard shot the third with a redstone machine. Soren apparently then rode the dragon into the fourth. Then the brave Gabriel poked it dead with his sword. I told him he was full of it, cause ain't no way he did all that, especially when he was getting scared on the flying machine earlier. But I used his story to flick these levers in the right order, opening the final door to where the book was. But the end crystals were also there, the ones from the end that Soren apparently destroyed. I questioned him and eventually he spat it all out. Basically, they didn't do any of what he said, they just used the command block to blink the Ender Dragon out of existence, and these guys are all Ivor also used to be in the Order of the Stone, I forgot to mention that earlier, and he left because of this incident. This is also why he summoned the Wither, because he wanted to show the world who the Order really were. He said about how his plan obviously backfired and gave me the enchanted book. Then he took us to this room and let me craft a diamond weapon and enchant it with the book. He also let me choose some new armor, and then we headed back to the fight. The plan was to use Endermen, who are always taking blocks, to basically swarm the Wither and take it apart. While we were gone, Axel led the Wither Storm to Soren's base with the amulet, where there were loads of Endermen since we flooded the end earlier. So now we just needed to get the Enderman to attack the Wither Storm. Soren got scared and chickened out, and Ivor chased after him to apparently make sure he was safe. Then we got the Endermen mad and got them to chase us into the beams, taking them up to the Wither Storm to destroy it. I ran around and did different stuff to get as many Endermen up to it as possible. It was working, and there was a big hole in the Wither Storm now, and I just needed a way up. Earlier, on the way to Ivor's place, there was a witch's hut where I got a potion of leaping. I didn't say because I thought it was unimportant, however, I was able to drink it and then I jumped into the Wither Storm. I don't know how Ruben came with me, to be honest, but I did drop the potion a minute ago, so maybe he drank some there. But either way, it was time to find and destroy the command block. So we searched around and there were these freaky withered people, but we found the command block, so I pulled out my sword and hit it. I dealt some damage to it, but then the Wither Storm got angry, so I started slicing it up with my sword. I hit it another time, but then the Wither turned upside down and now it was on the ceiling. Then the heads turned to the inside and started using the beams. So I let it pull me in and I smacked him. Then I jumped and clung onto one of the tentacles, but another hit me and I dropped my sword. Ruben locked in, grabbed my sword and returned it to me. But then one of the heads bit onto him and he fell.
Ruben!
I hit the command block one more time. And the Wither was destroyed. Petra got her memory back, but then we heard squealing.
Hey! Do you guys hear something?
Ruben!
We went over and tried to help him, but Ruben was dead. We built a memorial for Ruben, and then Gabriel revealed the truth about the Order to the people, and we became the new Order of the Stone. Can't lie, this game is straight S tier. I know a lot of people will disagree, but I found it to be very enjoyable, and in my opinion, the storytelling is top tier. Finally, it's Minecraft Legends, an action strategy game where you fight off the piglins and protect the villagers. The game starts with this nether portal appearing, and you learn that the piglins are the enemies, who want to destroy the villagers and they need to be stopped. You meet Foresight, Knowledge and Action, who go to a normal Minecraft world and find the player, that's us. Then they bring you through a portal to Minecraft Legends and give you 3 useful tools. A loot that controls a lathe to build and mine stuff, a case that summons powerful allies to assist you, and a flag to control the allies and get them to do what you need. So they put me on a horse and sent me into a tutorial world, where they showed me how to use the loot to get the lathe to mine wood, as well as how to mine stone. And then they showed me how to create stairs. They then taught me to place these spawners and summon the allies to assist me. I learned how to get them to follow me and how to direct them with the flag. I got them to attack these fake piglins, and after defeating them, it was now time for the real thing. They sent me towards this village that was apparently under attack by piglins, and I made sure to gather some wood as well as some stone on the way there. I arrived at the village and the piglins were terrorizing the villagers. I summoned these wood guys that shoot arrows, and we defeated all the piglins while also freeing the villagers from these cages. Once all the piglins were gone, I built a carpenter hut to repair the fountain. And then I used arrow towers and walls to make a defense around the village. Then more piglins pulled up and I was able to fight them off and protect the village. And the villagers gave me more stone and wood to thank me. Then I was sent to this pillager outpost where I built a bridge across the lava. Then I summoned some stone golems and destroyed the gate. Then I went around, took out the piglins and their builds until the outpost was destroyed. Then I went to the other outpost and built a staircase up to it. My golems made quick work of the towers, and then not too long after we destroyed the last outpost. Back at the base, I built this structure that allowed me to mine iron and use it to craft the spawner for healing golems and a golem that stuns piglins. Then the piglins used this orb to make it permanently nighttime with a purple sky. I rushed over to the nether portal that the piglins had now fortified, and I placed a well house so that I could travel back here quickly if I needed to. And then I summoned some golems. I got 5 of each type, and then I learned that the mobs in this world also wanted to destroy the piglins. So outside the gates, I had an army of golems as well as loads of mobs that wanted to help. We rushed in and just went around destroying as much as we could, as well as defeating as many piglins as possible, including the big special ones. Then I got everyone to swarm the portal in the middle, and after a while of attacking, it was destroyed. The purple sky turned bright once again, and for now the piglins had been defeated. This game was hella boring, I can't lie, but to be fair, I did like how you could use the loot to get the LAs to gather resources and build stuff, but it just felt very slow, and I just don't really like that type of game anyway. Mid as hell, C tier. I'm going to rank 2 more as well. Minecraft Earth. I would play it, but it got discontinued. But from what I remember, it just was a copy of Pokemon Go that was just bad, and it shows because it got discontinued. F tier. And finally, the Minecraft movie. I know it's not a game, but like, it's still a spin-off, come on. As a film, it was not good, but in my opinion, it was funny because it was so dumb and bad, so it's going in A tier. So this is the tier list. And the best one, in my opinion, has to be Minecraft Story Mode. However, objectively, I think that Minecraft Dungeons takes the win here, as it's the game I would recommend to most people. So Minecraft Dungeons is the best Minecraft spin-off.